Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I am the owner's daughter, and if you like my videos, please like on them, possibly share with somebody that you think might be interested in what I'm talking about, and leave a comment. You know how it works over here in this YouTube stuff. Anyways, I wanted to share a little bit about Juneteenth, African Liberation Day, as well as it being Mental Health Month. Because what I see in this dichotomy is that, we as Black people have been under such oppression for so long. And I think everybody now is realizing that everyone has been under oppression because the people who are in so-called power, their fake, false, earthly, material power, they want to oppress everyone, even though we seem to catch the worst. Everything from chasing all this money, which causes all this anxiety, to not being able to live in your full purpose and live the life that you truly desire, which causes a lot of depression, to a lot of traumas that we have been through as human beings, and specifically as African melanin dominant human beings. We have been through a tremendous amount of trauma. And here we are celebrating Juneteenth, which is supposed to have been the day that so-called our ancestral slaves were freed. And here we are in 2023, and we are still not free. No one on the planet is free. And I think most people have figured that out. Is that you, Maxie? Oh, she's over there. Most people have figured that out. People are enslaved to materialism. They are enslaved to status and status symbols. People are enslaved to the paper chase, chasing money all the time. You can't live because you're constantly chasing money. And then all of the television programming that is constantly poured upon our consciousness. It's all very violent, very corrupt based, very all about killing, raping, robbing, scheming, scamming, American greed, monsters, all these horrible, horrible visual images that are poured upon our consciousness in the form of what they call entertainment. That's not entertainment to me. And I'm really so tired of seeing it. I mean, I haven't really been into television since the 90s. And I've been away from television for so long, but most recently, now that I'm back in my home space, I had my television connected because I don't have the internet service where I am. Everything on that box is negative. Every single thing. And even the stuff that's supposed to not be negative, it's got all kinds of really twisted symbolisms and subliminal messages threaded all through it. So it's constantly working on your psyche in the negative. So we're dealing with so many mental health conditions. And then once you get so-called diagnosed, then of course they want to put you on different medications, all these psychotropic drugs. And a lot of these non-melanated young people, teenagers, I think they are as well very much under attack. So many of them are out here doing thrill kills, mass murders, things like this, just for the hell of it. Talking about they're hearing voices. The voices are telling them to do this. This is not by accident, folks. This is not at all by accident. This is not at all by coincidence in any way, shape, or form. There's an agenda in place to make certain that we, as human beings, as American people born on this landmass, that we cannot function in our highest form, that we stay out of balance, that we stay in a state of fear, that we stay sick in one form or another, so that those who are in so-called power and control can stay there, and you are easily to be manipulated. So, another one of those things, those mental illnesses is narcissism. Yes, people who have been neglected as children or overindulged as children, suffer from narcissism horribly bad, horribly bad. And we have to look at these things. And because life is so volatile and so fragile right now in particular, and so under attack, we have to be extra careful in how we deal with things, how we deal with people, how we deal with social media, just how we deal with life. We have to be very, very careful because people are so on edge these days. You don't know what's going to happen. And this is why I specialize in creating safe spaces for people who are in my circle so that we can continue to socialize, we can continue to empower and elevate one another and gather in good company where it's wholesome activities and things going on where we can still enjoy life, because life is doing a lot right now. So I wanted to share a little bit about what I think are some of the solutions to this. And this is for even for people who are under some kind of mental disability diagnosis and that sort of thing. And so first of all, we've got to understand how the brain works. The brain it's an open space where we're supposed to be receiving downloads from the divine so that to give us instructions on how to navigate on the earth plane. That's really what the mind space is all about. And of course, to process everything that's here on the physical plane of existence so we can know how to deal with it. So that means the brain feeds primarily off of oxygen, and we primarily get that through water. So that means we really need to be drinking a lot of water. Just on the average individual needs to be drinking at least a gallon of water a day. That's maybe about 2 to 2.5, 3 liters of water a day, depending on your body size. Okay, we have to do that because our body uses the equivalent of about 7 glasses of water. And if we're not replenishing that water on a daily basis, over time, you're going to be really, really dehydrated. And when the brain gets dehydrated, cells begin to fry, and our ability to recognize cognitively what's going on around us, our ability to understand things, it gets dramatically compromised. So we got to put water into our body. We also want to get fresh air. That's added extra oxygen. Every morning, I go outside and I do at least 200 to 300 breaths, just rapid pace breaths through my nose, in and out. It's called the breath of fire to oxygenate my brain. And also I'm dealing with a little stuff going on with my vision. So I'm also working on that. That's Miss Maxie over there. Yeah. Oh, guess what? And then I remember in the last video when I was talking about how I was going to put Maxie in the food truck. Don't be thinking I'm serving no food out my food truck, y'all. I'm converting my food truck into my tiny house on wheels. Yes, I am. I'm so excited. Anyways, okay, back to the solutions. So we also want to be eating a clean and proper diet. It's a lot of unhealthy vegans and vegetarians out here, because there is definitely a right and a wrong way to do everything. So a lot of times when people go plant-based and they they eliminate the meat and the dairy out of their diet, a lot of times they just start eating more potatoes, more rice, more pasta, more bread, all of these things which are going to convert into sugar and then into fat if you do not work it off. And all that conversion into sugar energy is stressing out your pancreas over time, and you can end up becoming a diabetic. So that's what you don't want to do. So when I say a clean and a proper diet, I mean a balanced diet, a diet that is balanced with living foods that are enzyme active and rich in vitamins and minerals. That would include green juicing for me. That's like my everything. I can live literally off of water, green juice, and fresh fruit every day. I love that, especially this time of year. You know, in summertime, it's watermelon season, and I gotta get me a watermelon. Yes, must do it. So also, you would also want to incorporate some kind of daily practice that helps your body to naturally heal itself. Something like yoga, tai chi, qigong. I teach yoga and I practice my own personal yoga for my body. And then most recently, I've been starting incorporating a Qigong workout to help me with my vision. I cannot lose my vision. I got to see what's going on this earth because it's too much. So you want to do something like that. You want to find a way to incorporate some of those types of things into your daily life, even if you only do it for like 10 minutes in the mornings. Do that. There's plenty of videos online, on YouTube, everywhere. You can find little exercises that will make a big, big difference in your life. And what else? Let me see. I'm trying to see my list over here. I'm going to have to put these little spectacles on. Okay, so we also want to be in positive environments, like the kind I spoke of earlier. Like this Sunday, I'm hosting a Vegan Sacred Sunday for a lot of my clients, where we get together and we're actually going to have a conversation very similar to this. We're going to serve them a 5-course raw vegan meal. We're going to have games and activities, things that are going to help them to understand how to balance their brains out naturally, how to calm emotions, how to stay balanced in the midst of all this drama that's going on right now. And then the last, which is one of the absolute most important things that you want to get into, is you really want to be doing some kind of work that speaks to your spirit, that harmonizes with who you are according to your divine purpose. This way you can express your own creativities. You can enjoy the work you do. You don't have to sit on a job that you hate. I really despise the fact that we have been duped into this concept that we have to have money for everything. Do you remember when you were a kid and you asked your mom, "Mommy, why does everything cost money?" Remember that? Because mostly every child does that, because it's not necessary. Money is just another tool to oppress you, to manipulate you, to control you. It truly is. Because see, if I make beautiful clothes and you make beautiful furniture, there's no reason why I can't just make a whole entire wardrobe of clothes for you and your family, and you make a house full of furniture for me and my family, and not a nickel, dime, or dollar has to pass between us. So yeah, where are we going to get the resources from? Yeah, well, when you're living on the earth, when you're living on the land, when you own your own property, you can do those things. But if you don't own no property, you can't house yourself, you can't grow no food. You're at the mercy of this hateful reality that is trying to enslave and oppress you, which is why we have to own our own. That's just what time it is. Back to Juneteenth. Own your own, grow your own. Build your community. Rebuild Black Wall Street for real. Get together with the people who are like-minded in your reality, who have resources. Pool a portion of your resources and build something for yourself that is self-sustainable, that does not depend on this devilish system that's going on out here. I know, and I don't care. Oh, one other really important thing that I forgot to mention as a critical and chronic solution is meditation. We have to be meditating every day to maintain our balance. Why? Because the world is constantly coming at us with all forms of negativity. And if you are not on your game mentally and emotionally, you can very easily get sucked into some negative drama that's going to have you pouring out all the stress and all the frustration that you may have been bottling up, that you haven't let go of through meditation or through yoga or through Tai Chi or Qigong. This is why these things are so critical to us at this time. All right, so I think I'm getting close to my time being up, because I don't want to overdo it all. I just want to come in, acknowledge some things, bring some solutions, and then send you on your way. So don't forget now, like my videos, share my videos. Please leave a comment. All righty. Y'all stay beautiful. Up until next time, stay well, stay balanced, and I am the owner's daughter. Enjoy.